Would you please call the roll?
Robin Freeman.
Here.
Brian Black.
Here.
Lois Burks. Eric Ratima.
Here.
James Stillwell. Karen Krausen. Mark Chilton. Baxter Drennan.
We will
Carl West.
call this meeting of
Thank you. We do have a quorum.
Parks and
We also have our first order of business, which is the approval of minutes from our July 9th meeting.
And recognize our
I hear some feedback.
attendance right here.
Okay, that's what it is. You have the minutes from our July 9th meeting. If you have any comments or questions or additions or deletions to those minutes, please make note of that at this time.
And, so we will start by, first.
If there are no additions, deletions, corrections to the minutes, clarification, then we'll entertain a motion to approve them as presented.
Or I'd like a motion to.
It's been motioned and seconded that we would approve the minutes from our July 9th meeting. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Opposed?
All right.
Ayes have it.
Motion
Thank
and
you.
second.
First item on our agenda is Salt Creek Estates final plat. Ms. Teague, would you please present that item?
The applicant is seeking approval for the final plat of Salt Creek Estates. All requirements for the request have been met in accordance with city ordinance. City and Benton Utilities staff comments have been provided in the packets and recommend approval.
Thank you. You have the packet in front of you. If you have any comments or questions for staff regarding this request
Motion carries.
for approval of the final plat,
Item number 4 is the senior center.
There were some outstanding comments that I was waiting for from wastewater conveyance. Nathan got back in the office today and provided those comments to me. They were on your desk.
17, that's
Yes.
basically giving the senior center use.
all right, thank you. So you have the comments in front of you as well from wastewater conveyance, which states they approved the final plat of Salt Creek Estates.
Things like that. So we already have this agreement in place.
Comments or questions from commissioners?
Contract, so we're just extending it.
Is there anyone here in the audience that would like to speak about this request? Good evening.
Good evening, Jonathan Hope with Hope Consulting. Salt Creek Estates. So this is about a mile north on Highway 5 near Salt Creek Estates. This is 21-acre piece of property. Lots are half acre in size, minimum. We're serviced by Benton Utilities for water, sewer, and electric. I think we have, like Jessica mentioned, we have all comments addressed, and as-built, everything's been turned in, and just asking for your approval tonight for final plat.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, sir. Any comments or questions for Mr. Hope?
The resolution 15.
15 of 2017.
Thank you. Anyone else in the audience who would like to speak on or about, for or against?
In 2017, and I think you should have it.
If not, we do have the item before your consideration, which is the approval of Salt Creek Estates final plat. We'll have any final comments or questions.
So we won't be shutting down.
We'll also entertain a motion for this
The senior center
request.
coming in exclusively for an hour Monday through Friday. We've never done that.
The item's been motioned and seconded to approve the final plat for Salt Creek Estates. Any further discussion?
Continue to do that, but we
Ms. Teague, please call the roll.
Carl West.
So are you removing 20?
Karen Krausen.
Yes.
Eric Ratima. Lois Burks. Brian Black.
Thank you. The motion carries and the item is approved. The next item on our agenda is Exit 114 annexation zoning clarification. We do have that information in our packet, but Ms. T, you want to present that?
Yes, Planning Commission reviewed and approved this annexation during the July 9th, 2019 meeting. During that meeting, however, the annexation did not specify what zoning classification was being requested. Rather than the standard R2 zone, it is requested this annexation come in as C3.
Yeah, we can do that.
So So at this point, we do need to,
Motion to-
do we need to make a motion to approve it as a C3 request?
Yes, and also the petition for the annexation, there were some, there was a request to remove some of the services that were going to be extended to the property within 3 years. Those have been removed. So this petition is what was requested at the last meeting.
Hearing none, the chair will call for a vote. All in favor of accepting the resolution, say aye. Opposed?
So the item before us is to approve this as a C3 and to acknowledge only those things, A through E, that will be guaranteed to be provided by the city of Benton within the next 3 years.
Saturday.
Any other comments or questions?
Yeah, just a question. I presume staff has researched it, and we are confident that where is in my mind that everything that has to be brought in as R2 and then rezone? Is that for pre-annexation only? That's in the back of my mind from some previous conversation.
I think, well,
I believe that's just the standard policy of the city to bring it in, but I don't think there's any ordinance that says it has to come in as an R2. If there is, I'm unaware of it.
I think it was actually in our previous zoning ordinance. I don't know that it's addressed in our current zoning ordinance, but we wanted to clarify.
Well, and you certainly have the authority to bring it in as something else when you're doing this. I've never had an issue with it before.
Thank you. Other comments? Questions? Item for your consideration is the Exit 114 annexation zoning clarification. So the motion would need to acknowledge the C3 that is coming in as C3 rather than R2, and that the corrections have been made on the guarantees for the next 3 years. Is there a motion?
Move to approve.
Item's been moved and seconded that we would approve the annexation of Exit 114 as C3 with the adjustments on the schedule of services to be provided for the next 3 years. Any further discussion? If not, Ms. Teague, please call the roll.
Carl West. Yes. Karen Krausen.
Yes.
Eric Ratima. Yes. Lois Burks. Yes. Brian Black.
Thank you. Motion carries. The item is approved. Next item, Mr. Jordan, did you want to present that comprehensive development plan?
Yes, ma'am. Number one, about the comprehensive development plan, it's ongoing. I just want to thank everyone that turned out. I guess it was 2 weeks ago when we had our subcommittee meeting. We had an incredible turnout. I was not expecting that many. In fact, I was expecting around 30, and we had around 60. So I know that that Metro Plan was very, very impressed by the commitment from our constituents to this plan and to the development in our city. Robin and I and Jessica will be talking to them tomorrow to sort of get next steps and where we go. I know that they had said that they were able to get a lot of good information from the survey and from our work session that one day. So we'll have more to tell you guys next month about where we go from here.
Thank you. Any other comments from the commissioners regarding that meeting? If you participated, any feedback that you want to share? Good meeting. It was. Yes, appreciate you all for participating and being there. And we are still encouraging participation going forward in the subcommittee. So I know several people that I invited couldn't come to that midday meeting, but going forward, hopefully it'll be scheduled at a time for working people who can't leave their jobs in the middle of the day to participate and provide input. So we'll keep you informed of when those will start happening. Also, just other business, I do note that Mr. Vondran is in the audience. If you have any comments or updates on it for us regarding any utility, I think we were looking forward to doing something.
It was the subdivision regulations.
Subdivision regulation. We held off on that for,
A while.
because there was an ordinance being done.
don't have any update on anything specific, but I'm more than happy to answer any questions you have of us.
Okay. I'll have to get with you on that. Okay. Any other business to come before us? I feel like we're missing something. If not, entertain a motion to adjourn. You're adjourned.